Right guys, Mark Crossfield here. We've got Steve Buzza with us. Thank you, Stephen, for joining me for the 2015 driver test. Top 3 drivers for all golfers.
Everybody.
The all-encompassing category. So these drivers are not the low spin ones. These drivers are for anyone. So you'll see tour players using these through the beginners. They are the all-player drivers. Some people would call game improving, but I'm still improving my game, so I'm not. Game improvement often suggests that you're a beginner. Do you see what I mean?
Yes, definitely.
So the more kind of drivers for all. Let's show you our top 3 in no particular order. Let's get stuck in. So first choice, Stephen, Srixon Z545 we came to, and of all the ones we tested. Now you get a bit of changeable weight, funny one out in the heel, but they say it balances out where the CG should be. You get a black head to the silver face, which we both quite like the look of, and it's got a changeable neck. Now the changeable neck is full, as in, you know, it's got lots of options. You know, it gives you lots of options, but it's a bit confusing. Get fit, like I say, for all of them, but I had the manual and couldn't quite work out how to get it in next position, which is my only criticism of it, really. The main reason I chose it, it is friendly, but it just has a really big footprint down by the ball, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it does present big down by. It's a 460 head, but how you use that?
It's simple, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's clean lines.
Yeah, it's a bit like, you know, if you're someone who I just want a car that works.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You don't always have to have the spoiler and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, the way they've moved and stretched that 460 shape out, they've really stretched it out down by the ball. It looks massive, which I think for lots of people will give them that friendlier appearance and feel by the ball. So look, your numbers, you were averaging spinning 2.5 with this one, carrying 2.71. I averaged 2.8 spin, carrying at slightly less 2.50, topping out 2.54, which is where I tried it the first time. It doesn't give me my longest numbers, but it does give me the option of feeling like if I wanted to belt it, I could, because there's a lot of club down by the ball.
No, it's the first time I've actually tried it.
Yeah, and you were pleasantly surprised.
I was pleasantly surprised, yeah, and it's like I say, it's just a nice simple design. You put it down by the ball and you think, actually, I might not lose this ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's got to be a good thing.
Yeah. So really, for both of us on this driver, the numbers are fine. It's maybe not tailored perfectly for us or what we want a driver to do, even though my numbers are pretty much the same as any other club out there. It's that visual stimulation, isn't it, that's doing it for us?
Yes.
The way they've stretched it out, that appearance. And that, for lots of golfers, really is as important as hitting and testing and getting numbers and all the rest of it. If you can look down at a club and feel like you can perform with it, that placebo can do a lot for people. Definitely. Absolutely.
Now you said it's a placebo though, that doesn't work.
It kind of killed it, isn't it?
Oh. Get this, but don't watch this. Oh, Mark, you've ruined it.
Absolutely. So that's the Srixon Z545 driver. It's big, but it's 460, but it's a big 460.
But it's not a placebo.
Little bit.
It works every time.
A little bit of changeability, and the neck baffles me a bit, but get someone who understands it to set it up for you. There is our first one, all-encompassing drivers, Stephen. Let's look at the next one. Right, guys, next driver. You can't not have one of these drivers in a test. Titleist 915 D2. It's classic. It's used on tour by many, and it's used by club golfers by many. What's interesting, as I say now, I think for 2 or 3 years, Titleist is still perceived as a professional's brand, even when the Titleist D2 is probably one of the friendliest drivers on the market.
Oh, definitely. Ever since sort of 9-10 range.
Absolutely.
And the previous
stuff, more their brand, isn't it?
Yeah, and the previous stuff to that used to perform fantastically out the middle, but then it was a little harder to use.
Okay, well, it's interesting.
Not the case with these.
Well, interesting you said you got the active recoil channel, so this channel that goes all the way from toe to heel. Titleist are very proud of. They had it in their drivers for a while, but didn't release it until they got it right, was their tagline. It improves ball speeds across the face, gives the face even flex. So when you hit a ball, the top and the bottom flex a little bit, top more than the bottom, so it makes the bottoms flex a bit more, I think I remember was the tagline. So it keeps the ball speeds more constant off the face. So it's interesting to your point there. They're really addressing that. Weight low and back, so it does going to give that stability on not getting drop off of ball speeds when you do miss that centre hit from where the CG placement is as well. Stunning black looks. You get the changeable neck and sure fit tour. They innovated this. Everyone copies it. I mean, they've used it now for I don't know how many years. Why change something that they invented and does just work? Changes the lie and the loft independent of each other. Great for
the
fitting.
2 rings, it's very clever, isn't it?
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
clever.
And everyone copies it. I mean, it still is a club that is, even though we've seen channels in many other clubs, it's their own version of it, and they still just persevere with their good neck. That's what I love about Titleist. If they make something that works, they just stick with it. They stand behind it. They don't have to bring a club out every 2 seconds. They just sit there and go, no, look, this club still works. Why bring out a new one? This is a great club for all golfers, and I think the message just doesn't get out there enough that yes, you as a beginner, or you as a 28 handicapper, you as a tour pro, you as a scratch golfer, any standard, this is a driver you should be thinking about getting fitted for. The other good thing with this, which we said in other videos, is that Titleist do offer one of the best fitting cart solutions for pros around the country. So when it comes to getting fitted for it, for the shaftoids, for people who want different heads, because there's 2 versions, we've picked D2 as our favourite because it's the more friendly. It's all in there in the pro shop for the fitter to give to the customer, which is great for Titleist.
You get a great experience for Titleist.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. So Titleist D2. Great club. Numbers. Should we look at some numbers, Stephen? You are.
We've picked it up now.
2.5. You were spinning that one at, carrying 2.78.
Okay.
I was averaging 2.55, spinning at 2.6, which for today's testing was pretty much my average of where I want it to be. The other good thing, and I've said this in other videos, the thing I like about the D2, it's another one I feel like I can just put there and I can pat it. And I can try and cane it. I feel sometimes with the lower spinning ones or the smaller headed ones, if I'm going to try and hit one really hard because I want to get on a par 5 or 2 or try and keep up with you, yeah, absolutely. I feel like the drop-off's just too big, where with that one I feel I can give it a bit more, and if I don't get it, I'm still in the game kind of thing. Yeah, it's good numbers, reliable. Titleist make solid equipment, have done for years, really. I think people just don't quite understand that they can game it that much. Yeah. Great one. There it is, our number 2. Should we look at our last one? No particular order. Let's look at the last one for the all-encompassing drivers. Right, guys, last one. Ping G30. Got to be G30. G-range, just weight low back, really user-friendly, nice big profile down by the ball, all black finish, turbulation.
Bit of turbulation.
Oh, hello, turbulators. Like superheroes, aren't they? Meant to increase club head speed, but I don't think they do. It's a great looking club, a little bit of changeability around the neck. A degree to a half a degree you can move the loft. Again, it's dialing in more, giving the fitter some options rather than you just cranking it in a massive way. I'm loving the G30. I'm actually gaming it. I've gamed it a couple of times and I'm back to gaming it, Steve.
Yeah, no, it sits down to the ball.
Sits square, which I like.
You feel confident. We said it before, the turbulators really frame the ball.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah,
They haven't made
Let's say something bad about it.
It's made you speechless.
Let's say something bad about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like blue.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just a really solid club.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Ping, isn't it? They've been making such good equipment and drivers for so long now. You do almost, sometimes for some companies, it's quite interesting because as well, Ping maybe don't make as big a song and dance as others. People sometimes forget to try it a little bit because we just kind of accept that it's good. And for some people, that's too easy for them. They want to look a bit harder and get something a bit different kind of thing. But I mean, it is a great club and I've gone back to it. And so many tour players, I see lots of tour players using that version and not the low spin version as well, which is interesting.
But it's nice, especially if you're getting fit. There is no difference in looks between the two. So you can get the version that gives you the best performance.
Absolutely. And not compromise on look. Which then might inspire that kind of usability.
Definitely.
Numbers for Stephen. Now you had a boomtastic on this one, 291. Spinning 1 at 2.1, averaging 2.5. I averaged 2.9 because I mishit one, getting one up at 3.1. But I averaged my carry at 2.55, which again sits kind of in the model with all of them. I know when I've tried this driver in the past, I can get them to spinning kind of 2.1, 2.2, which is where I max out with this club. But again, what I like with all these clubs, and certainly this one for me, when I get that mishit that pulls the spin off, I don't go below 1.8, so I still get a decent drive. I don't get those 1.2, 1.5 spinning ones that just go out the air and they're 50 yards shorter. Very, very user-friendly. Now, again, for me, if I had to choose my favourite out of the 3, because that was in no particular order, at the moment, as we stand in these trousers, in this universe, I would pick G30, because I'm gaming it in a minute. So my favourite definitely would be the G30. I love the crossover this one does from, I'll see a tour player using it to giving it to a raw beginner and they can still use it. Stephen, if you had to pick one,
Well,
You're torn, I think, between the Titleist and the Ping.
yes, I would simply go for the Titleist.
Just to be
because you're
different.
using a Ping.
Yeah, I mean, it is that close with these, isn't it?
Yes.
And with all of them, to be honest, with the Swiction as well.
Yeah, if I was fitted into any of these products, I'd be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. There you go, guys. There are our top 3 all-encompassing drivers for everyone.
For everybody.
They are the friendliest drivers.
Even if you don't play golf.
You come home from work and you had a rubbish day, they go, hiya, how you doing? Did you have a good day? I'm friendly.
It meets you at the door.
Waggling. Take me to the range. Take me to the range. And the low spins just sit there going, I'm rubbish. This day's rubbish. Don't hit me. I won't go in the air. We've gone a little bit mental. There are our top 3 all-encompassing drivers. Thank you, Stephen,
Thank you.
for your time as always. Thanks for watching. Post comments down below as always. Speak to you soon. Thanks for watching. Find more videos. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Find me on Facebook, Mark Crossfield. Also on Twitter @4golfonline. And loads of fun pictures going up on Instagram @CrossfieldMark.